Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 26th of July, 2017. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract, daily chart of the S&P 500 futures form. Guess what? Not much here. We gapped up a little bit on the McDonald's earnings, among other things, while the Nasdaq gapped down on the Google earnings. And at the end of the day, pretty much closed right where we opened. We'll get to that in a minute when we look at the intra-week action. Or intraday action, sorry. Start by looking at the daily charts. And remember, we're starting a two-day Fed meeting. So Wednesday, tomorrow, is the Fed announcement at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And that tends to slow things down a bit anyways. And we're already slow here in July in the summer. And earnings, this is the core earnings week. We got 2 days left with earnings. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so here's crude oil jumped $1.67 to $48. No big deal. Gold down $6.20. It's been sitting here for a long time. The S&P cash index is up 7. Closing at 2477.08. NDX 100 down 10.72. Still holding up near the highs. The SOX down 0.42. Just a blip, not even a point. Biotechs lost $38.19. Notice that that's an outside day down. We engulfed the prior candle after gapping up and closing below the open of the prior candle. So that is an outside day down after a 9-bar startup phase. That is a negative for the biotech index. The VIX closed again at 9.43 after sweeping to a new low at $9.04. Unbelievable. Trend closes at 0.57. That's a super low reading on the trend, but the 10-day moving average is still 1.06, and that's what we watch. It's not meaningful until it gets under about 0.85. Nasdaq volume was 1.9 billion shares at the close, or actually at the close it was only 1.8. They printed some volume after that. Advanced decline ratio on the Nasdaq was plus 391. On the New York, it was plus 692. Google takes a hit. Kind of looks like a blip, right? But down 29.28 points. Closed right where it opened. A little doji. Apple up 65 cents. Amazon, this is a blip for Amazon, up 92 cents, although it's a new closing high. Netflix down 94 cents, because why not? Tesla down $2.92. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, drops $1.63. Bonds actually finally taking a little hit there. Goldman Sachs, strangely, up $3.40 after having been down the last couple of days. All right, here's the 5-minute chart of the ES. So look what happens here. We gap up on this one. We pull back a little bit. That's the range within 30, 40 minutes of the day. Actually, most of the range was set in the first 10 minutes. Look at that. If we just look at the first 2 candles and look at the rest of the day, we tried to break down under that once and came right back in, and the rest of the day is inside those first 2 candles. That is truly, truly remarkable. 2 attempts to break out over lunch failed. Nasdaq side, on the other hand, had gapped down with the Google news. Tried to drift back up, exactly filled the gap. That was the top, and then came back down. Notice it closed right where it opened as well. This is summer earnings uneventfulness, definition of. Nothing else you can say about it. In terms of tomorrow, we have a couple of data points early. We've got the MBA mortgage applications index at 7 a.m., new home sales at 10, crude oil inventories at 10:30, and then that FOMC rate decision, the Fed announcing at 2 p.m., and the press conference to follow. There's still quite a bit of data left this week, although none of it's super important until that GDP number on Friday. So we're going to have a lot of earnings Wednesday, a lot of earnings Thursday after the bell, and then the GDP first look for the second quarter on Friday. That'll be that. And then next Monday is the last day of July, statements print, and now we're on to August. August, to me, is typically a little bit better month than July, so we'll see. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We'll help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Wednesday.